my guest. Welcome to today's Cloudism, which we translate into let them walk away. Cloudisms are phrases or words that I've coined or created to help us emotionally regulate, mentally reframe, and spiritually connect to the now moment. Hi, I'm Claudia Cauterucci. I'm a Washington, D.C. based psychotherapist. I'm a psycho-spiritual coach, and I'm a fellow life traveler. So let's jump right in. Be my guest. Now, Be My Guest is part of my series on ways to handle relationships that you're in with a narcissist, whether that be a parent, a child, a lover, an ex. Be My Guest is one that requires that you have been in a lot of healing, a lot of therapy, that you're in a solid place of self love, of self empowerment, feeling really solid inside yourself. Be My Guest can be used when you are in an argument or in a miscommunication with someone who has narcissistic traits, or just even someone, even if it's not in a narcissistic situation, who just over time and repeatedly has not really seen you or heard you. They're not willing to see your point of view. In fact, they're not even willing to have full communication with you, dialogue, understand each other. It's a lack of willingness that's really important to highlight here. With Be My Guest, usually this person is really exploiting your abandonment wounds, your sense of feeling alone most of your life, your party of oneness. That's another cloudism. Look it up so that you'll understand it if you haven't seen it already, being a party of one. But really, it's someone who's exploiting the fact that you have anxious attachment, that you are afraid of being left, and usually in an argument or a miscommunication, or in your attempts to try to work things out or discuss things, or wanting you to come to the table, they will act verbally or non-verbally in ways that threaten you with abandonment. So they might say things like, I'm so tired of this. Here you go again. How about this one? This is a really important one. There must be someone better out here, or I've had enough. I've had enough. This also works or is used during when you're part of a third party situation where there's someone else involved, whether you be the other person or whether they threaten with finding a third party. They threaten with pitting you against someone else, pitting you in competitive situations where you have to prove that you're worthy of being loved, that you're worthy of being seen or heard. Now, narcissistic parents will do this with siblings. They'll pit you against your siblings. There's a divide and conquer strategy here, where again, the idea is to have you be afraid to be abandoned, be afraid to no longer be seen, be afraid that you won't get their goodies, which their goodies is their attention or their time. This can also be that you're pitted against how busy they are. Why are you tripping? Why are you bothering me? I'm super busy. Don't you know this about me? Again, this can be a parent. This can be a lover for sure. And the underlying sensation is this constant threat that you will be left for something better, someone better, that there's other things that are more important than you. And the net feeling is that you're not worth listening to. You're not worth spending time with. And so if you're on the healing journey, if you're doing internal work, if slowly you are discovering that the package that you come with, the package that you are, this amalgam of thoughts and feelings and experiences that you are, is worthy. And you're not deemed worthy by anything outside of yourself. That over time you have understood that you are worth loving, that you are worth being listened to, that you are worth who you are in gold. This can also come with being tired of it. You're just done. You're the one who's done with the breadcrumbs, with being put into a corner, with being pitted against. This could be, again, by a parent, by a lover, by a boss, where you said, you know what? Be my guest. Be my guest and go find someone who, when they love, they're all in. Be my guest. Go find an employee who'll work the extra hours, who's so committed. Be my guest. And think of it. Be my guest isn't something you have to say. It's something that you have to feel. That's why the internal sturdiness around your self-worth is important. This isn't a manipulation. Let me be clear. This isn't a strategy. This isn't something you have to say out loud. It's something that you have to feel and know. Be my guest. Be my guest and go find someone who is going to invest the level of time, energy, attention, focus that you have in this relationship. Again, whether that be with a parent, a sibling, a boss, a colleague, or a lover, a spouse, doesn't matter. This is something I talk a lot about in the Empath Leader book and in the Empath Leader training, is when the empath finally realizes that the skills they have, the gifts they have, the awarenesses they have, the willingness they have to really be someone who is good in relationships, willing to work at things, willing to see all points of view, that particular type of set of gifts is so important to have, not just in a family, not just in a relationship with someone, but in the world, but in companies. Once you realize that, then when you're not getting treated in the way that you know you deserve to be treated, or when you start to have intuitive hits, like where you realize that something is incredibly out of balance relationally, you can gently say inside yourself, be my guest. Thank you for listening to this. I hope you can use it. And if you like this content, if you like this knowledge, if you like these teachings, please subscribe, share, like, comment. And I'll see you in the next Claudism.